Hello, welcome. Marlene here. Today I'm having a little impromptu collaboration with my friend Daniela. We're working on some Minion cookies. I've made some Easter eggs and she made this adorable pixelated minion. Now on to my step-by-step tutorial. So I want to make the goggles royal icing transfers. That'll just make decorating day that much easier. So I've just got a piece of parchment paper and I'm tracing out circles. So you can decide if you want to make a one-eyed minion or a two-eyed minion. Just like that, and you just do a few of them. You can do these a couple of days before. It'll really speed up your whole process. Here are my goggles drying in my dehumidifier. I'm going to be spraying these in silver. You can buy edible shimmer in cans. This particular brand I don't think is available in North America. This I picked up while in England. And now I'm just going to give them a spray here to get them a bit shiny. There we go. And we're going to let that dry before coming in and filling in the center. I'm working on my Minion Eyes. Here they are. I'm working in a dehydrator tray. And I'm just filling in the circle that I painted silver earlier and dropping in a candy bead in there for the pupil. I don't want to be bothered coloring any black icing. I'm trying to keep this pretty simple. There we go. Let's transfer the template onto the cookie. I've got here my denim overalls and I'm just quickly putting that onto the surface of the cookie. Find the middle. This will be the strap that holds on the goggles. Okay, and now here, this is the overall straps, and then here's the pocket area. I'm working in some blue icing and I'm starting off with his overalls here. I'm just following the edge of the cookie and then bringing this up right here. And then I will immediately flood. I don't want a separation between my outline and my center icing. So if I flood immediately, this will kind of melt together and I will not have a line. And just quickly fill all that in. I can pick up my cookie to smooth it out. And now I'm going to do the goggle strap across. And there we go. I'm going to fill that in as well. And I'm going to let this crust before moving on to my other sections. The first part of my icing has had time to crust, and now I can come in and finish off my overalls here. This is the little pocket area. Just filling that in, and then here's his overall strap. There we go. Let's give that a shake. And now the other side. Exactly the same thing. There we go. And now shake it all out. And now I'm going to add a little pocket to the front of the overalls. There we go, and we're going to let this crust once again. Okay, so for the strap on the goggles, I'm using here an Americolor edible marker. I'm using Americolor. It is the tip that's the most kind of like a paintbrush. It's the softest tip. So I'm using that to get the black on that strap. We'll see if maybe this will be a little bit more forgiving. with regards to bleeding on the color that's going to be touching. So I'm not even going to go right down there. I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to jazz up my jeans here. I'm just using an edible food marker and I'm coloring the edge of my denim. And don't worry, just don't go into the cookie, but you don't have to be particularly careful. There. And now I'm taking a paintbrush and I'm dipping that in some vodka. You can use water. I like vodka because it dries so fast. And now I'm just blending. You see? And it gives me a really fast kind of shaded effect along the edge of my denim. And dab your brush to wash off the excess blue. We just want the dark on the edges. And now for the pant, the whole front, I'm just going along the edge there. And clean your brush, and you might just want to pass over just so that it all has the same finish. Once it's been wet, it kind of changes a bit. And there they are. It just gives them a little something. And now for the yellow. I'm just going to fill in the top part of our minion. There we go. And now for here. There we go. And a shake to level it out. I'm just going to add a bit here and here so that I can drop my eye in there. And I'm going to shake it so that it sinks in. And there is the eyeball. And now I just want to fill in this little area here and here. A last shake. And just going to help my icing right there. And there's our one-eyed minion. I'm undecided if I'm going to add a smile. I think he gets the point across just like this. I'll see. I've decided to add a smile and some hair to my minion. And you can see here I'm working in yellow. You'll see why after. It's just a little bit more forgiving. We're going to start by adding him here a smile. And then 3 hairs on either side, just like that. And we're going to let this dry, and then we'll be able to paint those lines. Here is my minion. Now that I've got my lines here have dried, I can just come in with a marker and gently touch the top of them, and it gives a fine line. If you're not very good at piping, adding black lines can sometimes mess up your character, and so by doing it this way you get a finer kind of finished product right there. You know, they're not big fat chunky lines. Last finishing touch, I'm adding some stitching to the jeans. I've got a brown marker, and you know, if you don't have time for this step, skip it. And it's just little dotted lines there along the edge. I find it really makes the character come to life. There we go. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's cookie project. Now don't forget to head over to Daniela's channel, tell her I sent you, and I'll see you next time. Here are some past Easter projects you might like. You can simply touch the screen, or you can find the links in the description box. You can follow me on social media. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos.